Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Wednesday, October 23rd, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. The sun comes into Scorpio today. This is a powerful change in our lives. Whenever the sun shifts signs, you can feel the energy. And this is stepping us into our passions, the deep aspect of ourselves, the hidden aspect of ourselves as well. And we've got Saturn, we've got the North Node, we've got Mercury retrograding here. And now that you add the sun, this is highlighting the struggles that we're going through, and in many ways, personally, interior-wise, deep, hidden stuff. You know, there is a spot in your life where I'm sure it is not going away and you're focusing a lot of your energy on, and we are highlighting more and more of this as the sun comes into Scorpio today. These are decisions we make into our truth. These are our hidden and not exposed energies. This is us stepping into our passions. And it's so interesting that we're in between eclipses, as we had a lunar eclipse here on Friday, and we have now this solar eclipse which is building up here in the next week and a half. So we're in this very in-between, very karmic time. This is a very powerful time in our lives, that the events that are happening, the people that we're talking to, everything that happens here in the next couple weeks is karmic for your understanding or unveiling of more of understanding what this truth is. Deeper than that, more of unveiling where the work is, what you're trying to overcome. And maybe your sensitivities, these hidden things that you're holding on to deep inside of yourself. We all have them. We all have something deep inside of ourselves that's hard to expose, that's hard to bring out. It can be fearful. It can be, also on the other end of us really yearning for something, yearning for this feeling, wanting something deeply, intensely, and not having it. And we're all forced to find out what that is and to highlight this realm. And with Mercury retrograding here, we are going to get to the bottom of this. And with the sun here now, we are going to get to the bottom of this. This is fixed energy. This is the energy that you want to hold on to. It is our passions. It is our desires. It is our hidden energy that usually there's a side of ourselves that it knows what it wants. Inside, you don't really doubt or question. It's our mind that doubts or questions. And how funny, we've had the moon here in Gemini over the last couple days, so there's been lots of questions. There's been a lot of analytical energy to this deepness that's been building, and especially as the sun left Libra, this weighing out. It is now, though, that we are in the karmic zone officially, as the sun's getting closer to this powerful solar eclipse that's going to happen. As the sun enters this fixed sign, this is our fixed energy of getting to what really matters to all of us in our lives. And more importantly, the moon slips from Gemini and comes into Cancer late tonight, which is going to open up a portal into you paying attention to your deep inside. And I think that there is a gift here, the gift of becoming aware of your feelings. We are trying to explore our feelings as Jupiter is really pushing for us to learn about how we really feel in our life, pushing our comfort zones in order for us to get into our truth, in order for us to really pay attention to our true spiritual self, but more importantly, the signs of what Spirit says. So it's interesting that this energy has really come to this culmination point in between the eclipses. How funny, right? But more importantly, well, that is when the sun comes, or the moon comes into Leo here this weekend, but it is important for us to really pay attention to how we feel as we come into tonight. And I think that our minds are so wrapped up on things, and I think it's going to be later in the Scorpio transit that things get more highlighted, so hold on to your belts. You're going to find out more and more of why, and I'm sure you're already starting to unveil what is the issues in your life, why you can't have your truth, what is something maybe frustrating you, if you want to go on a more simplistic level. That we're going to get more and more to the bottom of this, and it's work that must be done. It is, actions that I think we're ready to take as we're ready to readjust our lives, and you're going to start to see today this greater feeling come inside that we can really start to adjust our lives the way we want to. We can pay attention to our souls and what they're really feeling inside. And I think as we're in this karmic zone, everything has been built here for a reason, as a lesson ground for you to learn quite a lot about what you really want, to learn quite a lot about what your insides are reflecting in this outer world. No longer does the outer world really matter as much as this deep inner world that we're going through, because it's very personal, it's very emotional, it's very based upon the energies of restructuring our life and breaking the molds of the way that we've lived in order for us to have more of an outer world that aligns with our inner world. Because you can never have a truly perfect outer world unless your inner world sings the same vibration correctly. And with the Sun trining Neptune now, there is imagination, there is spiritual, there is powerful doors opening in the middle of this eclipse season, in the middle of us going through this crazy Mercury retrograde, in the middle of us opening our minds to expand our feelings more, to get more of what we want, and for us to take action in correct areas to restructure our lives correctly. That, it's time to take action towards the plans that we've been building correctly, and you're going to start to see that happen over the next week. And I think it's important for you to pay attention to your inner world, because it's a radical, wild place that is really developing more and more and more of how you really feel, more and more of what your fears are, more and more of what's really going on at the bottom of the core surface that your outer world can't do. And no longer can we commit or invest any of our energy into these frustrations, into these roads that do not give return on investment. You have to only dedicate your energy into where it will give you an investment in return. We went through relationship energy. It's great, you can have all these great partnerships, but this comes down to desires now. This comes down to your feelings of what you really want. No more asking questions, no more questioning your feelings, no more questioning your thought patterns that are pulling you away from your truth. You're going to have to step into courage and do things you've never done before to step into this, which is usually just breaking free or trying something new. And your core and your soul is on extreme loads of transformation that it's asking for. But you're going to need to become aware of it. You're going to need to find out what you really want. And I guarantee you here that today you'll start to feel this overwhelming emotion to guide you in the right way, and I think a gift from the universe of a token to remember this as we step into a crazy week, because we're about a week away or more from a solar eclipse in Scorpio, which this is highlighting rounds of last year, big time, and us overcoming those issues and overcoming those problems and stepping into what I see, Scorpio, as the light. Once you deal with all your dark, hidden, and the work that must come through feelings and understanding what they all mean. So also check out my November webinar, because we're going to go deeper and deeper into this, and I would love to have you there and for us all to communicate and all be in the chat room together and for us all to send out, because this is a big deal coming up in November with Jupiter retrograding and all this stuff happening. Also, if you want to have a one-on-one reading with me, check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, and make sure that you make a booking, because I'm already filling up for the first week in November. Thank you guys for all of your support, and I will see you guys tomorrow.